Hello knitters, in this segment we are going to gather in the top of our garter stitch hat. I have sewn up the seam of my hat. I've left a tail that's about twice the circumference of the top of my hat, and I've threaded that onto my tapestry needle. What we're going to be doing is running yarn through the edges of these garter stitch rows. And we're going to go through, here's a garter stitch ridge, and at the end of each ridge you'll find this last edge stitch. And those are the ones that we're going to be concentrating on. So I'm going to take my tapestry needle and go through the top of that first stitch and pull my yarn through. Now I'm not going to go through every stitch. I'm going to skip 2 of these edge stitches and go through the 3rd one. And I'm going to continue doing that all the way around my edge. I'm going to skip these 2 and go through the 3rd. Skip 2, go through the 3rd. Skip 1, skip 2, and go through the 3rd. And I'm going to continue going, skipping 1, 2, going through the 3rd. I'm going to skip 1, 2, and go through the 3rd. Skip 1, 2, go through the 3rd. Skip 1, 2, go through that 3rd stitch. And I'm going to continue to do that all the way to the end. We're just gathering them up, skipping 1, 2, and going through the 3rd. Now I'm back at the beginning. And if I give my yarn a little pull, all those edge stitches will meet at the middle to form the top of our hat. So what I can do now, I want to weave in this end. I'm just going to go through some of these top stitches a second time, just to make things secure. And then when I'm back at the beginning, I'm going to give that yarn another little tug to make sure it's secure. And then bring my needle through that last stitch so that I can pull the yarn through to the other side. Weave in my ends. Just like we did before, back and forth over those 2 garter stitch ridges. I'm just going to do that a few more times just to make sure nothing gets loose. I can cut my yarn. Turn it back to the right side. And there's the top of my hat. And you can see it's now nicely shaped. Pull up the brim. And there's your hat.